Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laughs in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we about to raise the bar. You are tuned in to another episode of I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition with your boy Wildcard Mars, episode 429. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, we got a lot to talk about. Obviously, NBA opening week still going on. This is the night that other teams get involved in opening week. Had the doubleheader yesterday. Knicks, Celtics, banner night. As the champs, and of course, you had the LeBron James's show. Him and his son at their moment in the spotlight. Lakers, they did play well. They get the dub over Minnesota Timberwolves. But tonight's action, more teams opening the week. Of course, as of right now, I got in the background, Clippers and Suns are going at it in a very, very competitive game. I love the fact that they're having a very competitive game. Warriors, they beat the crap out of the Trailblazers as that game is almost close to going final. We'll talk, basketball scores and some other things basketball related for sure. We'll talk about that. Definitely want to, talk about some things in NFL wise. Obviously, big news, especially for Chiefs fans. DeAndre Hopkins gets traded to Kansas City. What does that mean for the league and other teams? Obviously, I want to revisit the, top 5 list that I made going into the season of coaches that I thought were going to get fired or, definitely on the hot seat. Right now, I'm 1 for 1 of one coach getting the pink slip. That is Robert Saleh. I think I don't know if I go 100 on my list, but there's a good chance I can. Yeah, there's a good chance I can. We'll talk about that. And hey, man, it's a circus in Dallas. All right. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys, but it's a circus just in general. I'll go into more in depth about that. But hey, let's do it. Let's start right here. Obviously, let's talk NBA. NBA, like I said, is back. It is back, baby. Yes, it is. What can you say? Obviously, we talked about last night and the situations going on in those respective, 2 games that went down yesterday. LeBron James, him and his son get their NBA making history moment. Did the photo op with the Griffeys, making history. Only 2 pairs of father-son duos to play with each other in a major sport. Hey, big news. And like I said yesterday, I don't care where you lie on whether you rock with LeBron or don't. Still, that's dope history. I'm not a big fan of LeBron, but I'm not going to act like that wasn't dope history to witness. That was dope. Celtics still look good. Celtics still look like damn, yeah, they the champs. They the champs. Them boys is they doing a damn thing. I know they almost broke the most 3 points made 3-pointers made in a game. Excuse me. They didn't finish it all. They had 29. But at the same time, I kind of felt like they was just chucking that joint up, just woo, woo, you know. So got to figure some things out with that. They can't, you know. Hey, let's be honest. Can't sit there and keep relying on that 3-point shot, right? So at the end of the day, you know, they did, you know, play damn good basketball. But you know, I just got it. Let's be honest, man. It's just, hey, when you're in this type of game, all right, NBA, and what it is now, I'm not gonna say it's bad to watch, but it's not the same product. It's just not. I understand they're trying to get more offense, so to make it more appealing to your, you know, not your very you know, diehard basketball fans, and I understand. You know, it's still a business. See, that's the thing about me. I am very able to understand that when it comes to sports, there's an entertainment factor, there's a business factor that you always got to keep in mind when you talk sports. All right, you know, it's just that certain elements of the game, you know, they get manipulated. All right, and it's pretty quite clear and evident on how they do it. Definitely with rule changes, you know, things of that sorts. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it. I definitely understand it. It is what it is. Hey, you gotta make that money. Gotta make that money. So I definitely understand it. I definitely get it. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, you know, say whatever. Say whatever. It's you just got to understand that there's going to be some things that these big sports entities are just going to do to make sure that they, you know, get their money's worth. And they're highly paid. All right. They're very well compensated. Very well compensated. Still, that's just part of the situation. All right. Let's talk this. Because as we were sitting there, as I was sitting here watching the game, and I'm just sitting here thinking, what's up with the you know, 76ers? What's up with them? I can't figure them out. And what I mean by that is in particular, you know, I didn't understand the trade to go get Paul George, or the acquisition of getting him. Because like I stated last night, I'm having a hard time believing that the 76ers are going to be there. I don't think they're going to compete for the Eastern Crown. And you look at tonight's game, I get it. I get it. It's tonight's game. But here's my main point when it comes to the 76ers. Here's why I don't think they're going to compete in the East. Because fact of the matter is, as you saw last year, when Joel Embiid did get hurt, you're pretty much putting all the burden on Tyrese Maxey. And I like Tyrese. I actually do. I think he's a great basketball player, fun to watch. Is he a superstar? He's on the cusp. All right. You look at what the weight on his shoulders, and the same thing tonight. He shot 10 for 31. Is that great? No, it's way below 50%. But the fact of the matter is when there is no Joel Embiid, when there is no Paul George, Tyrese Maxey is offense. That's a lot of burden to put on a guy who, you can make the debate if the 76ers are healthy with Joel Embiid, with Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, all debate purposes included, is probably at best the second, at worst the third scoring option. So if there's a guy that is at best the second, at worst the third scoring option with the team fully healthy, how do you expect him to just leapfrog to position one to be in the offense minus Paul George, minus Joel Embiid? This is the thing that I was worried about with the 76ers. This is why I didn't understand getting Paul George, because he puts the 76ers in the same situation as if you were missing Joel Embiid. Paul George he was brought over to help with the offense, take weight off of, or responsibility of scoring the basketball all the time from Joel Embiid. So it's Tyrese Maxey. He's part of that, of helping with the scoring to help that offense hum and not at all go through Joel Embiid. But here's the problem. Joel Embiid missed opening night tonight. He'll probably miss the rest of the games this week, an opening week. So he'll probably miss the first 3 games going into the season. As you saw, the NBA they're going to investigate why he won't be available. But we can't be shocked and surprised. I mean, literally, if you go through Joel Embiid's career, he's missed upwards to, like, I can't remember the exact number, but 300 plus games in his career. He's missed seasons in his career. Joel Embiid is a very talented brother. He's talented. He's a bad dude on that court. When he's healthy and he's cooking, y'all saw what he did. Got the MVP a couple of years ago. He's a bad man. He's damn good. But this is why I would say I was concerned with the 76ers, is because this man is already missing time. And you see how the team performed against another team who's probably going to be in the conversation at the end. The Bucks are going to be a playoff team. All right? So when you see how they go up against playoff teams, I know it's game 1, but they went up against a, possible matchup they're going to see in the playoffs. They got dusted. That's another reason why I am not high on the 76ers. You got to worry about the injuries or issues and being injury prone with Joel Embiid and Paul George. That's already an issue. Now, both of them already missed opening game against another team in the East that's probably going to be in the conversation towards the end. They got dusted. So when you go up against these teams that you're probably going to see towards the end, how are you going to compete? How are you going to compete? You see these guys at least, four times in the season? And if you get dusted every time and you think you're going to win a best out of 5, best out of 7 series? No. Damn near impossible. Damn near impossible. You can't trade for it for a lot. What else you got left worth trading for? What else? Do you got a farm system like in Major League Baseball? No, you don't got no farm system. You ain't got no practice roster like the NFL. You just gonna trade away all your picks every year because your superstars are hurt? I mean, what are the options? It's not like there's just a guy that's just roaming the streets that has NBA experience and that can automatically come in and help your team be magnificent. No. If the guy was so magnificent, he wouldn't be on the streets. There ain't no guy roaming around and just gonna, hey man, you know how to play basketball? Oh, you're very talented. Come on, come play with the Sixers. There's not a guy just lounging around waiting to get picked up. No. So the 76ers options are very limited to improve this team, hoping that they can get some type of, aid from another team, make a trade. They got Buddy Hield last year. He's already moved on. He's already with a new team. Most teams are not just gonna, they just acquire somebody, are just gonna be so willing to just give them right back to you. You don't want to just keep trading away all your draft picks. I get it. The draft picks in the NBA might not be as important like it is in the NFL, but still, you still get players in the draft to help improve your team. That's the point of a draft. But you just don't want to keep just, damn a draft. We need help now. And then you don't succeed, and then you traded away those draft picks, and you got somebody that didn't help you get closer to the goal, which is to win a championship. And then you just mess up your future. That's the point of the draft, is to help build your team and make sure that the future of your team is in a good standing. You can't do that with no draft picks. 76ers, I'm sorry. Philly fans, come after me. Go ahead. I'm being realistic with you guys. It's going to be tough to see y'all in the end being competitive, being able to go up against the other teams in the East to even get to the finals. Damn the finals. Y'all not going to get there. But if some miraculous way that you do, good luck. Better hope it don't end up in a sweep. Better hope that Embiid's feeling real good. Ain't no aches and pains. Better hope Paul George is there. Better hope there's no aches and pains. 2/3 of your offense is injury prone. Love Tyrese Maxey. He's not a superstar. He can't carry this, weight of this franchise, of this team again, like he had to do last year with no Embiid. There's no way he's going to be able to do it this year with no Embiid and no Paul George. Because I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, it's not a if, it's a matter of when the injuries between these two guys were going to happen, and it happened early. Preseason, they're already missing opening games. Don't know when Paul George is going to be back. Might see Embiid next week, but there's already 3 games already missed. Don't be surprised if these two guys are not eligible for the end of the year awards, because you got to play 65 games. Don't be surprised if they won't be eligible. Don't be surprised. All right. Heard it here first. I'm not breaking no news. I'm just having common sense conversation with y'all. Common sense sports talk. End of the day, if you can't have your guys available, you don't win. It showed up tonight. Milwaukee busted their ass. And I got to give shout out to Milwaukee. I'm not big on Milwaukee neither, but you see what happened tonight. Giannis only shoots, 8 of 11. Good job. Takes no 3-point shots. That's what you need to do. 8 of 11, stay close to the 10, 25 points, 14 boards, 7 assists. That's what you need. That is exactly what you need from Giannis. Damian, 6 for 12 behind the arc, 50%. He gets 30 points, 9 boards, 6 assists. That's what you need. That's what you need. All right? There's no Chris Middleton. All right? I believe he's dealing with some injury situations already. Still, regardless, you got 2/3 of your guys who you're asking to be the offense available. They chipped in. You got Philly with 1/3. He couldn't do it by himself. All right, because after him, there's nobody else that you're like, oh man, that's the guy that I need. That's going to be the scorer. I get it. Kelly Oubre Jr. He chipped in 21 points. But nobody's looking at Kelly Oubre Jr. as a, hey, he's on our scouting report. Ain't nobody checking for Kelly Oubre. Ain't nobody checking for him. So it's going to be a rough season for Philly, especially the length of missing games that Joel and Paul George are going to have on that season. It's going to be a long season. Just letting y'all know. Just letting you know right now. Don't get in your feelings. Just understand and look at the dynamics of how your team is built. It's built with a foundation on 2 picks. All right. Just being honest. Now with certain physics, can these 2 picks hold up for a little bit? Yeah. Eventually they're gonna crumble. When you build shit on shaky foundation, it'll hold. It ain't gonna be permanent. It's gonna be temporary. Just saying. Y'all watch out for this next guy, Paolo Banchero. He's been good since he came into the league. I said it on my other podcast that I do with my main man Bobby G, I.O.W podcast. We did it last Friday night. We kind of previewed the NBA season, getting ready for it. And I said, don't be surprised if you see Paolo Banchero's name in MVP conversation. And boy, I think it is. I wish I could have seen the work that that man did tonight against damn Miami. Oh, this he's unstoppable. He was absolutely unstoppable. 33 points, a block, a steal, 3 assists, 11 rebounds, 4 from 8 from downtown, 12 of 24 from the floor, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Did it all in 31 minutes. Watch out for that man, Paolo Banchero. I'm telling you, the guy's going to be a stud. Well, I think he already is a stud. He's already on that cusp of being, you know, when he came into the league, obviously he was a number 1 overall pick a couple of years ago. All right. So, you know, he was already, you know, he was that guy. Ain't no, you know, earth-shattering news on that. He was that guy. Now going into his third season, he's getting better and better. Finally broke through and got his team to the playoffs last year. And guess what? When you are young and you are drafted high and you go to a team like Orlando, and let's be honest, a rebuilding situation, a situation where you're not in the best of terms of being competitive, winning championships. No. So there's some work you got to do. There's some building you got to do. You got to add your chips day in, year in, month in, every year. You got to keep adding, keep building. He's now going into his third year. His second year went to the playoffs. That's a great confidence builder for that young man and the rest of that roster. He's obviously the you know, clear cut, you know, fuel to that engine to get it going. All right, no doubt. Hey, them boys is gonna be them boys in Orlando might mess around, get a couple of upsets this year if they get back to the playoffs. Because it's just going to get better and better from Paolo Banchero and those boys. Because overall the team is young. All right, overall the team is young, but with him at the top of what makes that team go, they're going to be something furious. You know, Wagner, obviously, they're Franz Wagner. He's young. He's only 23. Paolo's 21. All right. You know, they some young boys on this squad. Wendell Carter Jr., he's 25. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Suggs, he's 23. A lot of these cats are young as hell. Very young as hell. But I do love the fact that they went and got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP. Love him. I know he's kind of been floating around from team to team, but still, I love his game. He's a good veteran presence to add to a young nucleus. You got to love it because all that stuff is just going to reverberate throughout that building. They're going to get so much better, man. As the year progresses, they're going to be a tough out in the regular season. And I'm telling you right now, do not be surprised if they upset one of your favorite teams in the playoffs. Do not be surprised when you heard Wildcard Mar the first day in NBA season of 2024, and he told you to watch out for Paolo Banchero being the MVP candidate. It won't surprise me. It won't. Hell, he might be the first Duke player that I might give a damn about. I can't stand Duke. I can't stand Duke. Oh my God. I can't stand him. damn it. I like Paulo. I like Kyrie. I've always had a love for Kyrie too. Like, not too many Duke players I really give a damn about. The list is small. Grant Hill, Kyrie Irving, Paulo Banchero. That's it. All them other Duke boys that got into the league can't stay in their ass. Can't stand JJ Redick's punk ass. I couldn't stand Elton Brand's punk ass. I damn sure couldn't stand Carlos Boozer's little wavy head punk ass. I couldn't stand what was his name? Christian Laettner couldn't stand his punk ass. I damn sure don't give a damn about what's that man's name in Phoenix? He's almost like a cheap shot. Grayson Allen could stand his punk ass. Man. Who else from Duke? I just couldn't stand they punk ass. There's a whole bunch of Duke punk asses I just don't like. I didn't like Jay Williams. Yeah, I said it. I don't like his punk ass. I didn't like Coach K's punk ass. Let me stop, y'all. Let me let me chill. Let me chill. All right, let me talk about something else while I keep calling everybody in the NBA who don't like some punk asses. So let's keep it moving, man. Sometimes, the rich get richer. The rich get richer. And if you know what I'm talking about, yes, sir. DeAndre Hopkins goes to Kansas City. Ooh-wee. I woke up to that news. And man, when I say I had a good day, because I knew getting damn well, when you hear a type of news like this, you're like, our team is just getting better and better by the minute. By the minute. And I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. There's going to be some people who's not going to be in love with this trade, and they're going to think it's like, oh man, what they doing getting DHop for? What they doing? There's going to be some people who's going to say one thing, and some others are going to say another way on how they feel and what this means for the Chiefs and them going forward in the rest of the season. Hey, people are going to have their thoughts and opinions. Here's one thing that I think is crazy for sure. I love how GM Brett Veach got him for pretty much a fifth round, conditional fourth round. I haven't seen the conditions on what takes it from a fifth to a fourth. And he got Tennessee to pay about half of his salary for this year. Can't beat that. So I get a future Hall of Famer. Yes, DeAndre Hopkins will be a future Hall of Famer. You get him for pretty much a fourth round pick at best. And you get the original team, the Titans, to pay some of that salary for this year. It's a win-win. Because your wide receiver room is getting decimated from injury. Lost Hollywood Brown. He didn't even get a chance to suit up. Patrick Mahomes took out his other receiver, Rashee Rice, when they were in L.A., trying to make a tackle on an interception. Took him right out. Didn't even see him. Juju Smith-Schuster, who you brought back, had one great game, and then next thing you know, his hamstring is all jacked up. He'll be back. Well, let's take a listen to what Stephen A. said.
Will the Chiefs three-peat now that they acquired DHop?
I believe they will. I think that when you look at the greatness of Patrick Mahomes and what he brings to the table, combined with the fact that what he's been working with, obviously Rice is out. We all know that Pacheco has been out. You have even from last year when they were dropping passes. This year, you just got guys that ain't getting open with the level of regularity we're accustomed to seeing. DeAndre Hopkins, some would argue his best days may be behind him, but he's still a big-time receiver. Make no mistake about it. He's still somebody that you can rely upon. And if you have a reliable weapon to help you move the chains, and your quarterback is Patrick Mahomes as opposed to Will Levis or somebody like that, guess what? Or Mason Rudolph, you're in a pretty damn good situation if you're DeAndre Hopkins. So I look at it from that standpoint, and I say, you look at his talent along with what Patrick Mahomes brings to the table, along with the Chiefs having an elite defense, with Andy Reid calling plays on offense, with Spagnuolo handling the defense. I think this definitely puts them over the hump. I would have said the Baltimore Ravens before this move, but in light of DeAndre Hopkins arriving, I definitely think you can look at Kansas City in this regard as a favorite.
Take it easy, and welcome back, Molly.
Thank you.
Take it easy. He's not Otis Taylor, Steve. Look him up. I mean, listen, I like Hopkins, but he's been on 4 teams in the last, 2-3 years, Jeff? He's on Houston, he went to Arizona, and then he went to Tennessee. He's an excellent receiver, and I think it does make him a little better. But to sit there now and say unequivocally they're going to now defend their Super Bowl, that's a little strong. Ravens have played really well. Ravens could have won that first game of the year easy, and the Chiefs scored 27 points that day, so it wasn't a case of their offense. Scored plenty. He's a very good player. I actually think it's a move to counteract what Buffalo did with Amari Cooper. I think they did that. They got to deal with Cooper. They play him in the regular season. They get Cooper. We're going to put a check on a check. We'll go out there and we'll get Hopkins. He's good. He can't hurt, but I am not going to sit there and say all of a sudden now see them. They were going to probably go to New Orleans anyway. So the idea that they're the Super Bowl favorite by far because of Hopkins, I don't buy.
Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree with a lot of things with what both them gentlemen said. I kind of disagree with Mad Dog saying that this was a move that the Chiefs made because the Jets get Devontae Adams, Bills get Amari Cooper. I don't necessarily agree with that. I just think this was just a move out of necessity because they're losing wide receiver options. All right, you got 2 guys who you were hoping to be very big contributors in Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice. You're done for the season. You'll be lucky to even get Hollywood Brown back for the playoffs. You definitely probably won't see Rashee Rice till next year. I mean, you're losing Juju Smith-Schuster. I know he's not a big name, but he contributed very well when he came back. His hamstring, and you all know about hamstrings. Those are things that you absolutely have to have time to heal. You have to. Otherwise, you got situations where it'll re-aggravate itself, and then it turns into a prolonged issue. All right? So you need to help. This isn't a trying to play an arms race with the Buffalo Bills. This is a move out of necessity. It's because they need help in the wide receiver room, point blank, period. That'll probably be the only thing that I disagree with in that situation. But here's another clip from Chase Daniel in the facility, and he kind of encapsulates pretty much how I originally felt about DHop, especially with the rumors about him coming to Kansas City a couple of years ago. He kind of encapsulates everything that I kind of felt in general about the situation and kind of how I still feel about it now. So let's take a listen. All right, are we going to play?
So I think they were going to 3-peat regardless.
Yeah.
Right? I think this helps.
That's crazy.
But they were, though.
That's funny. I know, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
We just say that so easy, like, they just finna
Prove me wrong, right?
Like, no matter what they do.
And we say it so, like, nonchalant, too, right? You know what I mean? But so they were going to 3-peat regardless. This helps because they needed receivers, right? They're shorthanded. They lose Rashee Rice. Hollywood Brown, I'm hearing, could come back for the playoffs if not. So you really get DeAndre Hopkins for 11 games before they get to the playoffs and get it rolling. And my initial reaction, like when I'm driving in, because I got the news, I sent it to the facility group text because y'all were still sleeping when I was up at 3:30 in the morning driving, because that's what I do every day. I drive to work. And my initial was like, man, this is awesome. Like they got a guy. They got a guy. And then I got to work and I watched every single target this year for DeAndre Hopkins. And then I was like, yeah, they got a guy.
You went from they got a guy. They got a guy.
And it's nothing against DeAndre Hopkins, right? He's getting the receiver thrown to he's getting balls thrown to by Will Levis and Mason Rudolph. It's not Patrick Mahomes. But what I saw was a guy that has sort of been this way his whole career. His route tree's limited outside. It's a hitch, it's a slant, it's a back shoulder fade, and it's an out route. That's it. That's all he did for his targets. And then as I got deeper into the film, specifically the Packers game and the Colts game, what the Titans did was smart. They moved him inside to the slot, and they hid ways to get him inside the slot. That's where I think the Chiefs are going to need to use him. Outside, to me, he's not an all-world beater anymore. He's just not, like purely based on film. When they moved him into the slot, when he was against slower defenders like linebackers, like safeties, like nickels, he was eaten. And I think that's what Andy Reid needs to do with him. They got to move him into the slot. I don't think he's going to make a huge difference if he just plays outside. But that's what, right, Shady? That's what the creativity is of Andy Reid is you move him all over. How quickly can he get, used to going into the slot? Because he's not used to playing in the slot. He's the best, though, version of himself this year, and at 32-year-old in the slot.
Man, I thought Chase Daniel hit it right on the head. Those are some of the things that I was like, okay. So you look at DeAndre Hopkins. So one of the biggest things a couple of years ago when I wasn't big on the Chiefs going to get him when he was a free agent or wanting to get out of Arizona is I don't know if you trade for a guy who's aging and you can go look at it for yourself on the stats. 2001 and 2021 and 2022, he was trending in the opposite direction of DHop that we remember. He was starting to have injury situations. His production was kind of headed into the wrong direction. Now he did have a solid season last year, did eclipse 1,000 yards for receiving, played all 17 games. So then I'm like, okay, that kind of gives you hope that you might still got some left in the tank in DHop. And I think he still does. Now, to Chase Daniel's point, I think that's what's great about him coming to Kansas City. One, hey, there's no more Will Levis, no more Mason Rudolph throwing you the football. This is Patrick Mahomes throwing you the football. I mean, he woke up 1-5 as a Tennessee Titan. He wakes up today 6-0 as a Kansas City Chief. Best of both worlds, huh? He literally has a legit shot at winning a championship now, which is the only thing that is missing from his resume. Because he will be a Hall of Famer. He's been a Pro Bowler. He's been All-Pro. He's been the best wide receiver in the league at a time and point in his career. He's done all of that. The Super Bowl that's missing. He has the best chance to get that now. You get to go to Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback? Oh, man, wake me up from this dream. Please don't wake me up from this dream, as I said. Oh, he gets to have the offensive guru and Andy Reid drawing up plays. Oh, please don't wake me up from this dream. He's in a wide receiver's absolute best dream scenario ever possibly written up right now. I mean, that is absolutely what wide receivers are probably clamoring to get, is to be having the greatest play caller in possible NFL history and Andy Reid on the offensive side of the ball calling plays for you, and you get to catch footballs from, the undeniable best quarterback in the league right now, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, he's living the dream right now. But I will say this, he's 32. He's not, like Chase said, he's not a beater on the outside. No. He's going to have to get used to playing the slot and get moved around, which I think, come on, he's smart enough to do that. That's a great advantage. That is a great advantage. Here's another good thing, what I like about this move for the Chiefs. There's other wide receivers, especially for those who are in the Kansas City area, the Sky Moores, the Justin Rosses, you know what I'm saying? The other younger guys. Hey, if you don't learn nothing from DeAndre Hopkins, I don't think you can make it in this league then. Because if you can't learn from one of the best, then what you doing? What exactly are you doing? How you need to be nitpicking and his mind on how to be a wide receiver, an elite wide receiver in the NFL. You need to be carry his bags, carry his shoulder pads in his helmet. You need to be talking to him. Matter of fact, you need to get to a point where you are annoying this shit out of him because you need to get all the information you can. It's a good move for the Chiefs. You know, I do believe that they were still going to be one of the favorites to get to the Super Bowl. That's not being biased. It's just facts because they've still been finding ways to win. They're still undefeated. You know, McCole Hartman, I'm pretty sure he'll be asking him questions and bugging his ear on tips, certain things to get separation from defenders. Hey, you need to learn something from this guy. So it not only just helps improve the offense. I don't think it moves the needle crazy. It does move the needle. He's going to help you have production on the field. He's going to help mold. He's going to help mold these younger dudes in his wide receiver room. You get the best of both worlds where he can be a producer, you know, help produce and help others produce. Just imagine all the knowledge of how to be an elite wide receiver this man can help pass down to the rest of that wide receiver room. Like literally, it's got to be something phenomenal. It's great for the Chiefs, and it's just more ammunition for these other teams, especially in the AFC as well as the NFC. When you see the Chiefs on the other side of the coin, if you make it to the Super Bowl, you got to worry about. You got to worry about them now. Just saying. That's a big name that they picked up. They haven't had this threat of a wide receiver since Tyreek Hill. This is hey, it's an arms race. It's just an arms race. Jets get Devontae, Bills get Amari, Chiefs get DHop. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Let's revisit my NFL top coaches on the hot seat list. I put 5 coaches on the list coming into this NFL season that I thought were on the hot seat and deserved, or at least if they don't perform well, their team doesn't perform well, could possibly get fired. All right. I had Dennis Allen at number 5. Saints ain't doing too good. Started good. Done a lot of losing since. I had Robert Salah at number 4. He's already fired. I was right on that one. I had Mike McCarthy at number 2. I had what's his name? From Sean McDermott at Buffalo at number 3. Mike McCarthy at Dallas at number 2, and I had Nick Sirianni at number 1. So how are they doing so far? Obviously, Dennis Allen, like I said, the Saints started hot. They ain't been good since. I think there's now 5 in a row that they lost. Oh yeah, his seat should be scorching hot. Scorching hot. How do you put up 91 points in the first 2 weeks and then all of a sudden, I get it, Derek Carr got hurt. You lost a couple of wide receivers, got injuries, but your offense since those first 2 weeks, it is disappeared. Now it's all contingent on your defense, and they can't hold up because it's not fair to them. They can't hold up. Robert Salah, come on, no surprise he got fired. All right. No surprise he got fired. You just couldn't manage the circus that it was in New Jersey. Just couldn't. So he's gone. Sean McDermott. I know the Bills are 4-2 right now. But here's my biggest thing on Sean McDermott in Buffalo and why he's on the hot seat. Because I feel like he's kind of hit a glass ceiling. I feel like he's kind of taken a team as far as he can. He's taken them to the AFC Championship. He's taken them to numerous playoff appearances. Cool. But they can't break through. They can't get past, got eliminated by Cincinnati. Can't get past the Chiefs in the playoffs. That's been their thorn in the side. So it's like, at one point in time, do you say, hey, man, hey, you just got us as far as you can get, Maybe we need a different voice to take us over the top. We don't know. But I think that the management, if they aren't thinking it, they should be thinking it. They should be thinking it. They be like, hey, bro, you just got us as far as you can. All right. Mike McCarthy at number 2. I just think it's a circus in Dallas. And he hasn't gotten him past the second round. And I won't be surprised if it happens again. And then, Jerry Jones being Jerry Jones, he's going to look at some of the college names. He's going to look at Alik and Riley. He's going to look at the hotter names. He's damn sure, I don't think it'll happen. He'll call Bill Belichick, kind of pick his brain and see if he's willing to come to Dallas. I don't think it'll happen because Bill Belichick is going to want to have say in all the personnel moves. And I don't think Jerry Jones is the type of guy that's going to allow that to happen. And then at number 1, Nick Sirianni. Hey, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all saw that fool. He's a clown. Y'all saw what he was doing, chirping at the actual Eagles fans in the stands. Hey, if the Eagles come up lame and start losing and start going on a bad streak, watch them fans get louder and louder and louder. And that fool is going to clown his own self out of a job. Because them Philly fans don't play that. They will get on them sports radio shows every morning and they're going to dog his ass and they're going to say, we want the bum out of our city. And lo and behold, hey, that ownership team, they're integrated with their city. They're more inclined to listen to those fans and say, man, get this bum up out of here. Get him up out of here. He's going to get his own way out. But let's focus more in on the number 2 coach. All right. Because I said there's a circus in Dallas, and maybe there is. Because there's just, things that are just circulating that make sense on why there's circus. Kaylin Collard, ESPN, had a piece. I'm gonna play it real quick. I think what she said and what she has discovered is very telling on what it means to be in Dallas, not as a player, but as a coach, and some of the things that you deal with. Look, are they America's favorite team? Do they have the most obnoxious fan base? Yes, they do. But I think there's more behind scenes that a lot of people just are not understanding, and why I call them a circus in Dallas. Let's take a listen.
Last spring, former Cowboys tight end Dalton Schultz said something really revealing about what it's like to be a Dallas Cowboy. He told Pat McAfee that it feels like being in a zoo and that tour groups of fans would stand in front of the weight room and knock on the glass wall, trying to get his attention while he was inside working out. After I heard that, I had to call some other former Cowboys to see if they had a similar experience. It turns out they did. Dallas is the only NFL club that offers tours of its facility that happen almost daily, and the players say they can be really distracting and exhausting to deal with. And some even told me that it can get in the way of winning games. Former Dallas safety Jaron Kearse said, it's all about the star, that brand, and that can supersede winning at the highest level. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones isn't willing to consider that these might be a distraction to his players because they are so crucial to his ethos as an owner. He wants to involve fans in every corner possible, he told me. And he's never heard a direct complaint from a player or a staff member. But he told me that it wouldn't make any difference, period. They'd be swimming against the stream.
Of course, Jerry Jones is not going to think it's a distraction. You know why? His ass ain't got to get on the field. His old ass is 80-something years old. He cannot help that team on the field, period. All right? Now, here's what I find funny about this. This is literally added to why I call this a circus. And I'm talking to you, Cowboys fans, because you are contributing to the circus. You know why you're contributing to the circus? Y'all keep buying them damn jerseys. Y'all keep buying them damn tickets, and you're going to get the same results. You buy all the merchandise. You got your whole basement decked out in Dallas Cowboys bullshit. And you know good and damn well that this man is not He's not about winning. He may tell you he's about winning, but he's not about winning. Look what he did in the offseason. He didn't improve on that team. He brought Zeke Elliott back. Look what that's got you. It's got nothing. Your run offense is non-existent. Hell, it doesn't. There's nothing about it that sniffs that you got any type of success running the football. It's just not there. All right. He continues to throw money at players who always come up short in big moments. All right. 2 players he paid on the offense, and they are not on the same page right now. CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott are not on the same page. Dak is highly overpaid. All right. CeeDee Lamb, hey, he's a bad dude. He earned his money. Go look at his numbers. His numbers is up there with Jettas, Justin Jefferson. Hey, he earned his money. Michael Parsons still wants to get paid. More than likely, Jerry Jones is going to pay him. But let's be honest, that defense is putrid. It's putrid without him. It's putrid with him. The defense is not good. All right? But here's the biggest thing on why it's such a circus in Dallas is because he has proven to you over and over again, and in that piece, what Colin Carrot has said, that, oh, no player has come up to me and said that. Of course not. It's Jerry, you are petty. You will probably cut a player if they told you that, hey, man, this is a distraction, having these fans in the building with us, distracting us from team meetings, distracting us from weightlifting and preparation and all that for a game. He has, look, to his credit, great businessman. We know Jerry Jones is about his paper, and he's done marvelous in that department. Wait, the only team in NFL that is allowing tours of the stadium during the season is wow. That's crazy. You're asking for the distractions. I know they give tours at Arrowhead Stadium, but you know when they do it? Off season. Come tour Arrowhead Stadium as well. Matter of fact, they will let you have a wedding there at Arrowhead Stadium. They're not doing that during the season. No, you're not going to distract this dynasty that's getting built or dynasty that is currently alive in Kansas City. Not going to distract it. It may not seem like something, you know, he's brushing it off like it's nothing, but it is something. You are distracting your players from focusing on the things that they need to do to get better. And when you want to win Super Bowls, then you got to have full intention on things that's going to allow you to get better, whether it's team meetings, whether it's weightlifting, whether it's extra reps on the practice field, whatever. All of it matters. And you are deliberately taking away from the focus of your players so that they can do what they can do to help put more money in your pocket, because you get paid for them playoff games. You make money, you go to the Super Bowl, all that stuff adds up. So why are you purposely distracting your team from focusing on the things they need to do? Oh, it shouldn't have mattered. They still got, I get what you're saying. Yeah, they still got to show up and play. They still got to show up and play. But why would you deliberately distract your players from being the best that they can be? That's a circus in Dallas. It's going to continue to be a circus in Dallas as long as he is running it. And don't be surprised, it'll continue to be a circus in Dallas because the heir to the throne, when he passes away, is his kids. You don't think they're going to, they might do some things slightly different from Papa Jones, but they don't be too far-fetched and think that it's going to be that much of a difference. I don't think it's going to be that different. It's a circus in Dallas. And it makes total sense on why they are the way that they are. You're going to field a team to make sure to get you to open your wallet and keep shoveling money to the machine. They're not going to bring a championship. That's what all fans want. They want their teams to be a championship team, to compete for championships. Cowboys aren't there, and they won't be for a long time. Real quick, I got about 5 minutes left in the show. And of course, it's Wednesday. Y'all know what I do. I always give my top 10 teams going in for the next week. Number 10, I got the Eagles. I got the Eagles at 10. they're starting to pick up some wins. They got Devontae Smith, got AJ Brown back off an injury, and it was an immediate change in how the offense was explosive. Instant. Yes, they still got to clean up some things. Still got to clean up some of their secondary help to make sure that they, can close the window on other teams and not have them hanging around at the end. So, but Eagles, I got there number 10, number 9, Steelers. I know a lot of people question Mike Tomlin about making the switch from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson. I was not one of those. I understood why he did it because your offense was kind of mediocre-ish with Justin Fields there. Really wasn't a threat on the passing. I understood why he did it. You want a proven vet. He's a Super Bowl winner, right? Been to 2 Super Bowls. And your formula for what the Steelers do fits Russell Wilson's playing style. And that is run the ball, play good defense, and, every now and then pick your passes, pick your thing. So that's what it is. Kofi, what's up, my bro? Shout out to the Dirty Hills. Y'all tap in with Kofi, Good Brother Bo. Y'all tap in with them, especially if you're some wrestling fans. So I got the Steelers at number 9. Number 8, the Bills. Hey, they get some help for Josh Allen. Get Amari Cooper. He got in the end zone last week, and that kind of still helps the Bills not be so reliant and have Josh Allen being Superman every week. I don't still think that takes them over the top, but it makes it to a point where it's not so reliant on Josh Allen. The defense, they're all right. They're all right. He said Colorado is dirty. Sorry, no, you're talking to Phil, but I hate Deion Sanders' son. Oh, you wild for that, Cole. But no, the Bills, they're finding ways to win. We'll see what happens when they go up against these better teams, because unfortunately, when they go up against better teams in the AFC, like the Texans, they lost, got their ass absolutely just lambasted against the Ravens. Just got blown the doors off in that building. So that's kind of scary. Stop beating up on these trash ass teams and let's see what you do against the higher competition in the league. Now, speaking of the Texans, I got the Texans at number 8. I'm sorry, number 7. Number 7, I got the Texans. I can tell that they miss Nico Collins. Their offense isn't as explosive down the field. And you can see a difference in their offense. But the crazy thing about the Texans, they have so much talent everywhere on both sides of the football. They haven't needed an out-of-body experience play from C.J. Stroud yet. They just got too much talent. They're pretty good. So, number 6, Commanders, which it's funny. Kofi just said, "What the fuck is a commander?" I got the Commanders at number 6. Look, I like the Commanders. They're playing good football. The defense still needs to improve a little bit better. But they hung in there. They hang in with the Ravens. Unfortunately, still got the loss. But that shows me that they can still play some good football. I know Jayden Daniels is dealing with an injury. He's uncertain to play this week. We'll see how that affects how their offensive growth goes. But they did get a good game from Marcus Mariota, surprisingly, last week when Jayden Daniels went out. So we'll see how they do. Number 5, the Packers. Look, man, tough. They're just a tough team. I love, they're getting players back from injuries. Jair Alexander came back, instant spark plug on the offense. Him and Stephon Diggs got into it last week when the Texans went to Green Bay. And then, hey, what can you say? Hey, if you don't like if you don't like Jordan Love, I don't know what to tell you. He's a damn good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He's going to be a good one for the next few years. All right. So look out for the Packers. Number 4, the Vikings. Tough loss to the Lions, but the Vikings are still a good team. They did not get the doors blown off of them by the Lions. That game could have went either way. Lions won on the last second field goal. Vikings are still good. Took their first defeat, so they're not a terrible team at all. All right, so let's be honest about that. Number 3, speaking of the team that they just lost to, the Lions. Here they are right here at number 3. Lions are damn good. They're good. I mean, it's they like that. All right, the Lions are good. There's nothing really say bad about them. All right. If you ask me, they're definitely one of the top tier teams in the NFC for sure. And I think they're going to be there towards the end. I think this might be the year they might get to the Super Bowl. This might be. I don't know if they'll win it, but they'll damn sure make a play to get there because that's how talented they are. My only knock is somebody needs to talk to your boy, Jameson Williams. He got suspended last year for the bet and shit. Now this year he's going to miss a couple of games because violating the enhancement rule, substance, some shit like that. So somebody need to talk to you, man. Don't waste your career doing dumb shit. All right. I got the Lions right there, number 3. Number 2, the Ravens. Hey, man. All you Lamar Jackson haters, I've been hella quiet this year. And I see why. Say what you want. Right now, Lamar Jackson's a clear-cut MVP, and there's nobody close. He's balling. He got that offense going. They got the number 1 offense in the league. He got a top 5 defense in the league. Baltimore is a damn good football team. They are damn good. Close loss to the Chiefs in week 1. They messed around and was playing with their food and got beat by the Raiders week 2. Ain't looked back since. They are going to be the team that is going to give the Chiefs the fits and see if they're going to be the roadblock if the Chiefs want to 3-peat. It's going to be the Ravens. If the Ravens don't beat them, I don't think there's another team in the NFL that can't beat that can beat the Chiefs. It's Ravens or bust for me. I don't see another team that can match up or possibly beat the Chiefs but the Ravens. That's it. So if the Ravens don't get them, might as well shine up their 3-peat. I'm just being honest. And speaking of the Chiefs, and this is not a home pick, this is number 1. They're undefeated. Just got DHop. So they've still been finding ways to win. They just been doing their thing. Hey, he said haven't been good since Ray Lewis caught that body. Hope you a wild boy. But no, the Chiefs, hey man, what can you say? Always finding ways to win. They've been dealing with injuries, adversities. You still can't stop them. Did y'all see that shoulder that my man Patrick Mahomes dropped on that safety for San Francisco last week? He said, "Get out, little boy." He said, "You ain't big enough." Dropped the shoulder on him. Scored a touchdown. When you see your quarterback doing things like that, you're like, "Oh, love that." I know the offenses kind of spurted sometimes, had their challenges. The defense is good. I know they're dealing with injuries on both sides of the ball. Matter of fact, they ain't been mattering. When you talk about next man up philosophy, they've been embodying that for sure. All right, they've been embodying that for sure. I mean, they're just doing their thing. It ain't made a difference. It may not a damn difference. They are still the team to beat in the NFL. So there it is. Of course, I do this every Wednesday. My top 10 teams going into the next week. So called him the Kansas City boring. Hey, Kofi, wild boy, man. Hey, much love to my man Kofi, man. Hey, but yo, last week of the show, or last show of the week, I should say. Always enjoy what I do right here. Y'all make sure to tap in with all the I.O.W Sports Network at the bottom of the screen. All right, all the social medias right there, right under my name. That's my Twitter handle, KC Wildcard Mar. tap in with me and you know, show some support for all the content I got. You can definitely go to that because I'll be posting everything right there. But until then, it's been real. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Of course, we'll be back next week with more I.O.W. Sports Show Late Night Owl Edition. And until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and man, God bless y'all, man. Peace and love.
Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. Yeah. I.O.W. Sports Network, Late Night Edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat. Cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. I.O.W. cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall. We about to